So let's stop for a moment and have an encouraging pep talk to get you through the rest of the course. We're pretty much done with the analytical thinking side of things, but I want to stop for a moment and just remind you of what was brought up early on in the course. In the first 2 or 3 videos that you watched, we talked about the weightlifter principle. So the weightlifter principle is one that I've reminded myself of many times, and it is this idea of lifting the heavy thing in order to get better and stronger and more packed, if you want to put it that way. The bottom line is it's work. So a weightlifter is lifting his weights to bulk up his muscle. He's a power lifter, he's a bodybuilder, something like that. He has a goal in mind for lifting these heavy objects. And in that goal, he is working very hard in order to accomplish his desired end. Now, when it comes to reading books, that's essentially the same sort of principle. You are endeavoring to start out on a quest, on a journey to get through perhaps a difficult book or an enjoyable book, but either way, the aim is to get to the end of that book, to add it to your general body of knowledge, and ultimately to work out how it interacts with the world in which you are living. How is it bettering you, making you more understanding of people around you, of a situation, of a body of knowledge, of those sorts of things. But it is work. You have to start small, lifting small weights. It's like going to university. You do gen ed stuff at the beginning. You do basic classes at the beginning. Then when you get to the end of your university career, you may even do a master's or a doctorate, but you look back and you say, oh, that was easy what I did in my first year of university. So it's the same with reading books. It is work. You go from light to heavy. So remember, you are weightlifting. You are putting on heavier and heavier loads to make yourself stronger, but it's a mental challenge. It's a mental activity. You're strengthening your brain, your understanding, your knowledge base, your synapses. That's all happening up here so it can be lived out. It's going from light to heavy. So don't dive straight into doctoral level theses. Start out with popular works and then build on that as you go. And as time goes on, what you will discover is that the more work you put in, the more value you get out. It's like a ratio. So the amount of work and effort put in is the amount of benefit of value that you will get out. I actually know a guy who spent a little bit of time being a gold panner in California. He was actually out there like old school stuff from the 1850s, trying to get gold out of rivers and streams in California. And he said it was terribly hard work because the gold was always way down in the very bottom crevices, which is why they get out there with their pans and they scoop up wet silt and sand, and they sift it in order to try to get those little tiny gold flakes. And if you get enough of those little gold flakes, you can cash them in for some serious dosh, to get some money out of that kind of thing. But he said it was really hard work because you're in cold water, you're bending over, you're always wet, you're always in a weird, awkward position. But what are you after? You're after gold. That's what your aim is to get the gold so that you could have something of great value. This is true in the sports world, it's true in the business world, it's true in anything. If you learn the best practice and put in the time and effort, you will get the most value out of it. You'll reach the goal that you set for yourself, whatever that happens to be. So remember, it's the weightlifter principle. Don't stop now. Persevere through to the end of the course, and you will get some more good, solid advice and guidelines on how to be a better reader and how to get the most out of the books you have set yourself to conquer.